Hello, hello, hello. It's Wisdom Wednesday. We've got to talk about you taking ownership of you. That's what we're talking about today. It's so important that you know you, that you take ownership of you, that you live the life that you want to live, that you experience real happiness, that you experience fulfillment, that you experience whole self acceptance, that you experience loving you profoundly and lavishly. That's what we're talking about today. And that's what happens when you own yourself. Ownership of you. Oh, I'm so excited. This, of course, it's me, Rashawn Renee, and this is our Wisdom Wednesday, and we have a lot to unpack in a little bit of time, and it is imperative that you take ownership of you if you want to have the life that I just described. There is nothing more important than you knowing you. The greatest gift you can give yourself is the real you. That's the greatest gift. That's what we're all longing for. That's why we go to therapists. That's why we go into self-help. That's why we do growth. That's why we are changing our bodies. That's why we do all of these things outside of ourselves, because what we're really saying is, I want to know the real me. I want to feel good about me. I want to have peace of mind. I want to have peace of heart. I want to know fulfillment. I want to know that. Inwardly, we're all saying, I want to choose me, not them, me, whomever the them is in your life. Them who is telling you something other than, you're great, you're magnificent. You've made some choices that you've grown from. You're courageous. You're dynamic. You're fine. You don't need to be healed. You are not broken. That's what we want to hear. However, that's not our familial or societal norm at this time. However, when you take ownership of you, the beautiful, magnificent individual that you are, then you start saying those things to yourself, and others start saying those things to you. And the people that are not in alignment with understanding your magnificence, with seeing the power of you, that give you grace when there is a misstep, that allows you to evolve into your fullness, those people seem to clear the path and move themselves out of the way. So how do you take ownership of you? The first thing is, you know what I'm going to say, you have to declare it. You have to declare that you are taking ownership of you. And before I go further, I want to read something to you from 44 Hours and 21 Minutes, A Woman's Truth and Power. It is on page, in the paperback version, it's on page 199, and it says, Choice point. For the first time, I chose me. The decision was made from my heart. Choosing me garnered a standing ovation from my classmates because I was choosing truth. Life is good, and it's more beautiful when you get to see who you really are. And then I asked the question, when was the last time you chose to learn about you? And do you fully trust and love yourself? This is how you move into ownership of yourself. The first thing you do is declare it. Declare, I will own me. That means you're responsible for your thoughts. That means you're responsible for your actions. That means you are responsible for the totality of your life. You are responsible. You are responsible. That means that there's no one else to blame anymore about anything. And it means that you start making self-honoring choices. This is how you take ownership, through self-honoring choices. Self-honoring choices that say, I'm really interested in, let's use a new career. And instead of telling yourself, there's no way I can go into that career because of all the things you could tell yourself why. But this is a career that's been calling you forward forever. Maybe it's something you do in your spare time that gives you so much joy. Maybe it's just something that you play around in your mind with all the time. The moment that you've declared that you're taking ownership of yourself, the moment that you've declared that you are now making self-honoring choices, those excuses diminish. And you will start to see, because you have declared it, it's amazing. That reticular activation system, it's amazing what happens. Because you declared it, because you're taking ownership of you, because you're making self-honoring choices, because you have decided that you own you, your life, things start manifesting for you. Now, that does not mean that they magically appear, although they do magically appear, the things that are on that path. What does not magically appear is the new career, because you have to put in the work. So the first thing you have to do, and the work means the focus, the work means the energy, the work means disciplining your mind to declare to yourself, this is what I'm choosing for me. This is the way I see my life. And so when someone comes to you and says, hey, that's not a good idea that you're going to move into a new career. Yeah, maybe for you it's not a good idea, but for me, mine, I own it. And you don't have to talk to them anymore about your beautiful idea for your new career. Or if you want to release weight from your body and you have someone in your ear and people around you saying, oh my God, you're going on another diet. They don't work. Why don't you stop? Why don't you go have surgery? Why don't you? When you take ownership, when you declare that this is your body, when you declare my body will look the way I am choosing for it to look, then you start making different choices. So it is incumbent upon you to take ownership of yourself so that you can see the real you, so that you can live a life of whole self-acceptance and fulfillment, so that you can wake up with a smile across your face and your heart. And what that really means is you are good with every aspect of your life. And as things happen, life happens, and things are wonky, because you've taken ownership, you don't stay in that wonkiness. You don't stay in that low level thinking. You rise up. You rise up to the power of you. You rise up to the ownership of you. So today, declare that you are taking ownership of you. And then decide one thing, just one thing, that you want to see manifest in your life. And then make that one thing non-negotiable. You're declaring it. You're owning it. And watch what happens. And there's more steps, but just start there with the things. Declare it and decide what it is today. Okay? That's what I have for you today. I'm so happy that you were with us today on this wonderful Wisdom Wednesday. Last week I did it right. I did it 4 times in a row. It was a tongue tire, but I did it. I won't try it today. My tongue doesn't want to do it today. Thank you for joining us. If you haven't registered already for our step into the grandeur of you. Make sure you register today. Today is the last day that we're accepting people into the curriculum. It's been magnificent. The UEs are having a great time. We made it so easy for you to join. So follow the link there. Look forward to seeing you next Wednesday. Come into the classroom, learn more so you can love you more, so that you are able to have the life that you truly, richly want and desire. Lavishly loving you is your mandate. Okay? Okay. I'll see you soon. Thank you for being here. You know what I want you to do with that kiss? Grab it, put it in your heart. Know that this is a kiss of loving, and this is a kiss that you are taking ownership of you and giving yourself the greatest gift that you will ever have, which is knowing the real you. Make the choice. Declare it today, and then decide one thing. Okay, I'll see you soon. Bye.